Hello, everyone in Facebook land. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi. How are you, my amazing friend?
I'm very good. I'm very good. How about you?
You know what? It's so funny. We had a little chat before we came on to Facebook land, and we had a chat about how our lives are going, and both of us are in this place where we're very we're very happy with our lives, and we don't seem well. I can only talk for me. I'm not affected by COVID, you know. Of course, there are challenges in that I can't go to Ireland where my kids live as often as I used to. I'm on Zoom to them all the time, and we're having so much fun. So I'm. You know what? I have to be honest. I'm really happy. Probably the happiest I've ever been in my life.
That's great, and that's also for me. That's also so. When you, of course, I learned to look at the things that you can do and where you can be happy at, because there are lots of challenges where you can look at it. What's not to be happy about? Lots of things going on in the world, but I think there are lots of things to be happy. Lots of chances also in these times. And I always try to look at the chances, and that makes me happy. So when we talked about it, I think this is. I like to have a conversation with you about this because then there's a happy energy, and it's nice to share that also with the people because lots of things to be happy about.
It's so funny. People are coming on. Hi, Rajesh. Hi, Geraldine. Hi, Vanessa. So, when we talk about connecting with each other and being happy, what we mean is that we have conversations that redeem our joy and that stimulate our beings. And for me, I wouldn't be talking to Michelle if he was if he was talking about problems and what's
Well,
not
I'll have to
working.
laugh.
Exactly. So, we are going to have a little chat about our daily living, what works for us. And I love talking to Michelle because he's one of the most vulnerable men I know. And what I mean by that is he's certainly not a doormat, he's extremely strong. I'm talking about you. Uh, and within that strength, you have this ability to be clear on what works for you in your life and not really be affected by the positions or the viewing points that people take about life, about family, about COVID, about what you should be as a man, about what you should be as a manager. And that's something that I really enjoy. And yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, you said that that I'm strong, and but I used my strongness to fight with things in the past, but
Yeah,
doing things
yeah.
in an easy way. It's yeah. You don't have to be strong. It's just looking at what works for you and what's the easy way. Because why should you work hard, or why should you fight with things? It's you can do it in an easy way, so you don't have to be strong. It's nice to be
Mm,
strong, but you don't have to be to do what works for you. It's just
mm.
the awareness that you have to have, and you have to yeah how do you say it? Really look at yourself, and when you look around, you can be influenced by lots of energies that are everywhere, and yeah, but you
And that's
have
the big
to
one.
recognize what works for you, and when you train it a little, it's easy.
And for me, it's so funny. I don't see strong as fighting, because I did that. I'm Irish. I would have resisted. I would have fought for my own reality or my own point of view. I don't see any strength in that. I actually see that as very tiring and laborious and not fun. The strength that I know that I have now is the strength of knowing clearly what are the energetics of my life and my living. And in every moment there's either energetics that work because everything has energetics attached to it. The whole universe is built on energy, or something have energetics that don't work. Neither are right, neither are wrong. It's like me going to someone's house and a friend of mine who has an apartment upstairs has a red kitchen. And he, like, for me, it's like that's the energetics of him, and it totally is congruent with his energy. it wouldn't be my energy. I love creams and greens. And so it's looking really about what's fun for you with no point of view and the strength not to follow the herd, not to buy into fear, not to buy into upset, not to buy into what energies will distract you in your daily life, like blaming someone for your life, or yeah, it's not, having a point of view that you cannot, like, you can change something. You can change your life in the middle of COVID. You can choose. And this to me is the greatest strength of all, is living from interest and point of view. I it is like, it allows you to have your reality in ways that continues to blow my mind.
You can choose because you always have a choice how you look at things. And I also see a lot of people choosing to pick fights, being good or bad, and yeah, they're fighting against lots of things. And yeah, we also saw it in the news last week. It's yeah, the kind of sad, but you don't have to choose it. There's it's all your choice how you see it and what you are doing. It's all your choice, and you have a lot of choice. And if you just choose what works for you, then everything goes in a very easy way, and that makes me happy
Mm.
because
You
I don't
know,
like the fight.
me neither, and yet I would have fought for my own reality, which is funny. So it's so brilliant what you said. It's like, we see people fighting or looting, or in Maastricht last weekend, people were putting wood coverings on their shop windows because people chose to fight. I don't know if you know this, but I didn't grow up with my father, but he lived in the same city, so I was very aware of his behaviors. And him and his family had a reputation for fighting. They did a lot of drug dealing, and well known in the city that I grew up in. And I saw his choices to fight his whole life. I saw when he was dying that he left that residue of energy all over his life. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's really interesting. One of the things that I'm really, and I get a lot of people are looking at that, is what kind of person would I like to be in the world? Like, what are the energies? Even the two of us, I mean, every time I talk to you, there's a level of contribution, there's a level of caring, because we have a reach for energies that are about the creation of life. And the one thing that we have in common is we're willing to have life from choice and ease and not blame. So those energies are really what lights my life up. They actually are the predominant energies of my life, is having support from people that are choosing ease, that know. I mean, how many people can you talk to that say, I have a choice in every 10 seconds now? What energies am I choosing? Hey, Nicole, what energies am I choosing right now? I'm not going to blame you, my teenager who's cranky. Okay. Yeah. It's sometimes not fun to be around a teenager cranky, but the purpose of teenagers are to drive you insane. Anyways, I know that I have three adult children now, and their purpose was to drive me insane.
Then they at least have one purpose in their life. That's a good thing. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
So
when you look at the thing you said, that in Maastricht, but also in Venlo, people are closing their store with wooden things. And in Venlo, some people started to write little text in a language that's known here in Venlo. And then I think that's creative. It generates everything. There's a generation and creation in everything.
totally.
So that they
If
are
you're willing to
closing their
see it,
shop.
if you're willing
Sorry?
to see it, if you're willing to
If you
see
win
it.
the series, yeah, yeah, okay. But I like it that I'm searching for this kind of things and this creativity and the possibilities in every situation. So and I learned a lot from the access consciousness. And one of the most important things is that you always have choice. And it's always your choice. You always have a new choice. I also say to the people in the factory, they tell me, we are trying this for 5 years. And then I said, yeah, okay, you have a choice to commit, and you always have a new choice. And it brings new possibilities to grow and to learn. So choice is a very important key for me to to grow and to move, and that makes me happy. Growing, moving, contributing. It's that are things that make me happy. So yeah, and it's easy because I like to do it in my way.
It like this is such a phenomenal conversation because it's a conversation of you caring for your reality, I caring for my reality, and both of us have learned Access Bars. We're both facilitators of Access Bars. Check out accessconsciousness.com if you haven't heard of it. And the bars is a beautiful treatment. When Michelle talks about choice, and you're like, "Well, I haven't got a choice. I can't do this, this, and this." We're talking about you have a choice to have with the energetics of your life. Yeah, there's all this stuff going on out here, and I can't go to Ireland to see my kids, or I have to wear a mask. Michelle is the manager of a company, and I have to wear a mask in my workplace. I can still choose the energetics of my life right now, which is peaceful and ease. You always have a choice with the energetic position that you take in life. So, and for me, there were things that I thought I had to do and I couldn't do. And choice eradicates all of that because it says, actually, no, you don't have to do anything. I don't have to get up and create the business today. I don't have to have this conversation with you. Um, I choose that. I choose that because I know it's a creating a future when we have these conversations that two people might see this video and they might go, hang on a second, what can I choose? So let's talk about our life hacks. Let's pick three. Will we go three life hacks each? Okay. So a life hack is something that you use if you're like, ah, okay. So I'm going to talk about my first life hack. For me, one of the energies that absolutely transforms everything in my life is getting my bars run. You basically hands on the head over here into the little dip. When I get my bars run, whether I'm upset about business or figures, or if I'm upset about a relationship, or if I have a stupid point of view about I'm not good enough, or my main one is there's something wrong with me, that I'm fucked up. I get this bar, I lie on a bed or a table. You can lie in a massage bed. And I have friends that we watch movies and we get our bars run and it transforms my life. That for me, this is the greatest life hack that I've ever added to my life. Over to you, Michelle.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the game of life hacks.
Well, for me, one life hack is really years ago. It's about 14 years ago, and that's my son, because my wife was and I was 19 and my wife was 16 when my son is born. So when she was pregnant, then your life changes. When a child comes, your life changes. But we made the choice that our relationship is good. We want to go on together. We want to go. We want to go to have this child, and that changed my life. That was a real life hack. But it's also, and I didn't recognize it in that time, but now when I see it now, it was a real choice to do it. And then lots of years with school, working, living together for the first time. That's lots of people told me, oh, that was heavy and it's a lot and you're young, and but I never saw it as heavy because it
And
was my choice.
you don't, and it's so I've watched you. I know your wife Aileen really well, and I've seen, and I know particularly I know your daughter Jenna, and what I've seen you with them. They're not a burden. They're not. There's this sense of it's my choice to be here with these kids. It's my choice, and so and I am so grateful that you said that because when you talk about choice and you whenever we talk you make things so clear in my universe. This is what I adore about you. So when you talk about that, hey, this beautiful girl that I fell madly in love with got pregnant at 16, I think you were 19, and I made a choice that we would come together, bring this baby into the world, and we would create our lives. Now, that's a commitment. That's what choice is. That's I am going to come together with this person. I am going to create a life and I'm going to be present energetically. That is, this takes away any wrongness, any rightness. If you didn't choose it, it would be like, that's not right or wrong. It's like, that's going to create a future. Actually, we're not going to bring this baby into the world. I adore you, but we're not ready for this right now. And this is where then you have that choice. So there's a presence in it that leads to futures, that you are in charge of your life. And I think this is huge. So,
Yeah. And in charge is not in control. It's that you always have have a choice how you look at things and how you do things. And yeah, that was a real life hack for me. Yeah, I noticed it. Yeah.
yeah,
So it's
so
your
it
turn.
created a future. It's my turn. Oh my God. Life hack number two. Oh, it's okay. So there's this energy of living that I've had since a young child. And the only way that I could describe it to you was a sense of being connected to the earth. And I didn't have words for it because I didn't know how to put words on it. But when I was a little girl, I would eat the flowers of the gardens, and I would run around a place called Farranree in Cork City. And I was very connected to angels, the earth, um, extremely connected to that. And it doesn't matter whether people believe in this or not. I'm not telling, I'm telling you my personal life hack. And what I would do as a child is I would have a conversation with the earth or with energies of contribution. And I didn't recognize I was doing this until much later in life. And one thing I can tell you is, as far back as I remember, whenever I have talked to earth or whatever your concept of God is, but for me, there's an all loving energy, supporting source energy that contributes to Rachael, that recognizes Rachael as the beauty she is, that has no judgment, no right, no wrong. And even when I was a little kid and I'd go into church and I'd be like, "Hi, Jesus, this is Rachael. Can you help me with my day?" Because as a young kid, I was extremely happy, but I struggled with family reality. So one of the things that I would say as a life hack is talk to the earth and talk to a consciousness, a magnanimous being that will, oh, it makes me emotional. It, I can lean into it in a way that I have never known is possible. And I knew that as a child. I somehow forgot it. You know, the way you forget it because you start living from your head and you must do this right and that right and be the right mom and the right thing and the right job and well, it's about coming out of all of that, and it's about like, hi earth, hey, I'm here. Can you contribute to me? Can you contribute to my life being more ease? And for me, it's a walk in the park. It's getting out on my bike. It's going out into the earth. And even when I'm here at my desk, talking to the earth and talking to this energy of consciousness, whatever it is for you. Number two, your life hack number two. This is fun. And we didn't plan it. This is called following the energy.
Yeah, yeah. That's fun. Yeah, yeah. Well, my second is it's bars foundation, and as you already told about it, but for me it was yeah, receiving bars. My wife was only busy with bars and access consciousness, so I learned it. I had to learn it. Let's say it, but I
She's a
learned to receive.
futurist.
It's really learning to receive. That was a thing for me that yeah, when you talk about getting a massage or something like that, I couldn't receive that. I didn't want to receive it. And learning to receive at bars, and then doing a foundation, because I thought, this foundation, it's more Eileen's thing, it's not for me.
It's for
But I
women.
did it's for women. Yeah, yeah, I really thought women over there, nothing for me, because I'm a technical manager. I'm a man, you know. No, but I I went to the foundation, and it was really, yeah, looking to life in another way. So with that was a real contribution for me, and a real life hack. Getting bars, learning bars, doing a foundation, and then also the business done different, of course. But actually, 2020 for me was the years that I dived into access consciousness. And before that, I also studied some things like law of attraction and this kind of things. But somewhere the acceleration came when I learned the tools of access consciousness, and mostly the choice. So that was a real life hack.
It's so funny when you I love how honest you are. I'm a man, I'm an engineer, Engineers look at how things work. That's their job. You know what I mean? So this energy stuff is like, huh? And yet everything
Yeah.
is made of energy. No matter what material you're working on, it bends, molds, shapes it in the energy that you apply to it. So it's incredible, really, how we don't see this. What can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
What is, I know you've a billion of them, but what is your favorite tool from foundation? Or right now, if you were to look at the foundation manual, is for people watching, it's a 4-day class. It is a game changer. It literally tears apart your reality the way you thought you should be living, and it gives you something from, you've said it a billion times during our conversation, choice. What is your one of your, or your favorite tool from the foundation class, or one of your favorite tools?
Yeah, the favorite tools for me is the question, what works for me? Or when you're a bit cranky or a bit yes, sad or something like that, then you can ask the question, is this from me? Or does it work for me? Is this my reality? And asking these questions and realizing it's not about the answer from who it is, but
No,
is it what works for you? Is it your own energy? Is it thinking from your greatness? Let's say in that way. If I imagine my energy and my greatness at moments where I feel happy, do I think about things when when I'm cranky? I don't think in that energy. So that's what I learned. Is it for me? Is it from someone else, or is it what works for me? Is it my energy? And being in my energy, yeah, creates the most in a very easy way. So yeah, is that one tool, or maybe it's two or three? But yeah, that's I think the yeah, the most important thing I learned in this foundation and this in the access tools. Yeah.
Can I just explain the tool of, is this mine or someone else's or something else's, and then what can I choose? So what Michelle is talking about is, a lot of us have, let's say, we come into the world, no judgment, like this total beautiful little kid running around the place, gorgeously happy, and at some point we give that up because we import and we adopt points of views about life, points of views about what should be, how we should perform, what's valuable. And what occurs is, the moment that we're judging ourselves about what we should be, we give up that, our energy of joy and of peace and of creation and generation, for what we should become to get whatever result that we've decided we're going to get. And this is quite complex and twisted in around our bodies and in around our space, let's say. And when Michelle is saying, when you ask, is this mine? You're asking, hang on a second. When I was a kid, I was this like gorgeous little kid that ran around the place wild. And it's like, okay, so is this my energy? Like, is this mine? And is it working for me to be cranky? Because if it's working for you to be cranky, enjoy the fuck out of it. If it's working for you, if I'm cranky and someone says, hey, would you like me to ask a question? No, I'm just being cranky. Just allow yourself to be cranky. This is not about refusing, reacting to any energies. You can be
It's
cranky, and
your
then
choice.
there you go. And then you can go, actually, you know what? I'm done with this. Usually for me, I'm done after like 3 minutes. I'm like, I'm done. I'm choosing my reality, which is ease, which is peace, which is joy. How do I know that? When I'm walking through the forest, that's what I'm like. When I'm getting my bars on, that's what I'm like. And this is probably, of the four that we've discussed, I would say this is the greatest life hack. If you take this, is this mine, someone else's, or something else's? As Michelle said, you don't have to go, oh, here it is, it's belonging. No, no. This is just energetic awareness. Like last night, I was in my apartment. There was this massive sadness that I was aware of, because we have abilities to perceive energies. And I was like, is this what I'm going to choose? And I was like, no. And I put on my JBL speaker and I turned up my music and I danced around my apartment and I claimed my energetic space, whatever you want to call it. This is about enjoying your life, isn't it? More than anything else.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm. And I have to say that I love our conversations. We don't ever plan. We come on and we talk about what allowed both of us more
Well,
peace.
actually, I always plan, I always prepare, but it never goes as I prepared. So
Good luck with that with me.
it's just following the energy. So you can choose every 10 seconds. Yeah. So I can preparing. I know I don't have to prepare, but I just prepare. What I do. Yeah.
I adore you. How's it get any better than this? And that's making me laugh so much. Um, Folks, FYI, you can't control the outcomes of your life. Good luck with that one. We never know what's going to show up in any given day. My interesting point of
You
view,
can
it's
try
how
it if you like it.
ex-
Yeah.
you can try anything if you like it. That's what it's about, and then you find what works and what doesn't work. Not avoiding, anything. So, if you're done with avoiding your brilliance, if you're done with procrastinating and you're ready to take action, we invite you to look at living with the access tools they have. I mean, I've seen so many people all over the world changing their lives just by the one tool of, is this mine, someone else's, or something else's? And just claiming and owning your space, your joy, and use our 4 life hacks. I can't remember what they are, but my favorite one is this mine? And we've lots of people watching us. Hi, Dave. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Bia. Oh, wow, my friend in the UK. And Nicola. Thanks for watching us. You'll see much more of us. We're going to create some bars classes together. And yeah, how does it get any better than that? Anything else you would like to finish with, my amazing friend?
Yeah. Let's say to the people, choose something nice for you today, just for
Oh,
you. And if you're not choosing, then that's your choice. It's also okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I have
And just
nothing
have
to add.
fun.
I have nothing to add to that. That is greatness. Choose something nice for you. Oh my God, that's so lovely. Choose something nice for you and have fun if you'd like to. Okay, folks, thanks and bye for us. Have a beautiful Saturday, and we will see you again.
Bye bye.